I have been painting for most of my life, including last 15 years professionally since I first started my art college, but it's a transition to abstract art 2 years ago that truly led me to finding my own authentic artistic voice and true freedom of self-expression. And today I want to talk about what makes abstract art good, both technically and emotionally. But first of all, hi, my name is Esther Franchuk. I'm a professional artist and abstract painter. I make vlogs about my life, studio, and everything about art. So if you want to see more videos like this one, make sure to subscribe, hit notification bell so you will not miss any of the coming videos. So what actually makes good abstract art? First of all, it's composition. Is a painting composed in a good way? So there is a quote from a famous artist, Pierre Bernard, that says, "Well-composed painting is half done." And this couldn't be more true, because composition, I believe, is the basis for everything. Is the painting composed? Is it balanced? Is it holding together? Does it have movement? Does it have structure? Is it sits in the space? Is it sits on the canvas? Is it pleasant to look at? And this is all what composition is, basically arranging elements in the space that they make sense, that they correspond to each other, that they interact in a way that looks pleasant to the eye, that looks sophisticated, and just gives you like a really grounding, good feeling when you look at it. The second most important aspect is the color. What is the color story of the piece? Does it even has a color story? Is it balanced? Is it interactive? Is it pleasant to look at? Does it have enough neutrals to balance all of the bright colors? So the bad color story would be like when you put just as a rainbow all kind of colors together, and it's really not intentional of what color you are going for. It looks like a rainbow, it's not sophisticated, or it's really open color. It doesn't have enough tints or shades. It doesn't transition, you don't have any neutrals, or you really overmix your colors and they're looking muddy. So all of these points, they impact the artwork. So if you want to create a successful painting, color would be one of the most important things, and you need to know how to work with it. You will need to know how to complement certain colors, that they create a sophisticated story. You need to think of interiors, where the pieces will go to, how it fits into the interior, and what kind of feeling you want to evoke in the viewer. Another aspect of good abstract art would be depth and mystery in both the storytelling part and the technical part. Your painting should have multiple levels of depth and transition. It shouldn't be just one flat color, it should be variety of values in this piece in order for this to give you a feeling of depth and the space and look volumetric. Mystery is connected both to the story and the process. And process-wise, you basically don't want someone to look at your painting and to figure out your process completely. To know that like you glue certain pieces and then you use this one turquoise color or wherever, and then you splash paint and let it drip, and that's it basically. When they look at your art, they need to have a sense of mystery. Like they have to try to figure out what you did and in which way, and they never fully could figure this out, because there's just layering of different mediums and different levels, and it just creates more interest for the viewer to have this journey and to keep unwrapping and not fully ever arrive to the conclusion. Because that's how people would be able to live with your art for years and years and marvel on it and always find something different for them. The story of the piece would also play into mystery, and the story is achieved through mark making, through letting the eye travel, creating this visual path either with color or with mark making, different brushstroke, different elements, different shapes, and how you organize them all in the space, that they intertwine and tell a story, and that's also what creates mystery and wondering in the collector's eye. The next aspect is intuition versus skill. There's a lot of misconception about abstract art, that it's easy, and why it's easy, because it has to be fully your self-expression, it has to be fully intuitively led. And this is, in my eyes, is a myth that has to be debunked, that abstract art, especially good abstract art, is not based on any foundation. Because if you really look at the good abstract art, you will see that people who create abstract art, they have knowledge and years of experience behind them. They have a foundation, a lot of times even classical foundation. Many famous worldwide artists that were working in abstract art had the whole skill, the whole school of drawing and painting and super realistic drawing before they even transitioned into abstract art, which tells us a lot of how important it is to have knowledge and to have some kind of school or base in order to create abstract art that doesn't look like a 3-year-old can make it, but actually look deep and sophisticated and carries the same presence and the same value as any other kind of representational art. A lot of times, even breaking the rules of composition and color and all of the basic principles of art through how the art history would be just a statement and a point of knowing all of the rules and then breaking them, but making it really intentional. Telling from my own experience, I can say that after shifting to abstract art, I was able to see how all of the skills that I gained before were even making it possible for me to make intuitive decisions. And intuition was a lot of times just based on knowing exactly how to navigate the space of the canvas. And it's this innate feeling of composition and other elements of art that plays into moving more out of your emotion and intuition, but it's built subconsciously on the same principles. Over the last 2 years, I got so many messages from other artists asking me, how do I move through the painting? How do I even go about decision making in the abstract, especially as I paint my painting? That's why I decided to put all of this knowledge into my online course, Confident Abstracts, where I specifically go in depth of how I create abstract paintings from beginning to last touches. How do I work through problem solving and all of the decision making in between with each painting? What are the principles of composition and color stories that I prioritize, and create sophisticated paintings that actually speak to people. If you're interested in creating meaningful, intuitive abstract yet based on a strong foundation, make sure to click the link in the video description where you can find all the information that you need. I hope you found this video helpful, and if you like it, make sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel to see more videos like this. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one.